Hi, welcome to the NRL Fantasy Flog. He's JL, I'm Rayner. And round 9's down, so looking ahead to round 10, but
Yeah.
I suppose we're going to talk about round 9 first.
Do we have to?
Yeah. How do you go?
Pretty ordinary. It was frustrating because fairly happy with where the team's at the moment.
Yep.
And this guy's still making some money and still getting, picking the right cash outs and who are still making money. Well, I think I am anyway. And I think I've got the right amount of guys I want at the end at the moment. So I think the team's in a good spot, but
You just can't win.
they just can't win. And there were some disappointing performances
So
last
is it
week.
9 rounds? 9 rounds in a row that I've outscored you?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, what's going on this season?
That's crazy.
I don't know why anyone's watching us, to be honest.
I know, watch
Well,
me.
yeah, that's fair
I'm
enough.
doing all right. Got over 800 again, 811.
I think
Got into the top 1,000.
Yeah, I think if you got over 800 last week, that's a really good score, and
Made up some
everyone
ground.
moved up the leaderboard quite
Not that I
dramatically.
care, but-
So I don't want to talk about any more about last week.
Well, you do.
Well, the apples.
Yeah.
Oh, before we do that, had a bit of time.
Big news?
Not
Is it
big
big
news. Not big news.
Ah.
But had a bit of time to think last night. I work Tuesday nights, so not only does it get me away from the kids for a night, gives me a bit of time to think, and what I come up with. Because I don't know, this time of year, especially for head-to-head coaches, it gets a bit boring. Not boring, but it can drag on a bit during the middle of the season. So there's a fair bit to think about if you're playing overall. You got the buys coming up and all that. So, but for us head-to-head coaches, it was like, how can I keep it a bit more interesting? And so what? And I was reading an ad in the Telegraph and. For Supercoach. And what I really like about Supercoach is...
No, don't say it's an original idea. You came up with this idea.
I came up with this idea, not while I was reading any Supercoach articles, but honestly, I think what they do well is the 8 thing.
Perfect 8.
Perfect 8, whatever it is.
Perfect.
And I was thinking, geez, maybe I should play that. Then you have to sign up for all shit. Anyway. I was thinking we should do something similar for fantasy. I know they had the match day. They had the match days in previous years, which I guess was their version of it, maybe. I'm thinking let's transfer it over to NRL Fantasy Flog, and let's do the Golden 8.
Yeah, so when we do our tips for every game, we'll also tip who we think is going to be the highest scorer for that game.
Yeah.
And make it easy for you.
We'll,
if you're thinking about trading them in.
Well, yeah.
We're always wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Mate, there might be some prizes. Have we got any merchandise we can give away?
Nah, I really don't.
We don't have a jail and Rayner trucker cap or anything? Not yet?
Not yet.
Not a NRL Fantasy Flog coffee mug?
No,
maybe...
there's no market for it.
We've got to give maybe some prizes if someone gets the 8. Although the Supercoach one hasn't gone off for, you say, 2.5 years or something, so we're pretty safe. But if anybody out there can help us with merchandise, we've got Mother's Day coming up this weekend.
Computers, phones, whatever, we'll take them.
Be a good Mother's Day gift. And we'll I think we'll put in our comments our 8. So we'll have Rayner's Golden 8, JL's Golden 8 in the comments. You put your 8 in the comments, and we'll give you a shout out next week who does the best.
Yeah, totally original idea.
Well done.
I thought the big news was going to be about Bill and Ted 3.
I haven't.
It's happening.
I haven't got anything about that.
That's all right. I was in the Hollywood Reporter, so if anyone's interested, look that up.
Okay. All right, let's get into the apples and spuds. We've wasted enough time.
Yep.
Golden apples and dirty spuds.
Yeah, I don't know where else to be.
Okay, so let's run through these real quick. Round 9 apples, golden apples. Number 1, Andrew Fifita.
Gone.
Yeah, so he's going really good. Getting big minutes now. He got 92 last week. Out at Ramondis. Was it at Ramondis? Yeah, I assume it was. He got a line break, 8 tackle busts, 6 offloads, 154 metres to go with his 41 tackles. Well done, Fifita. And you should have him. I haven't, but you should.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list. Again, just this bloke's just scoring tries for fun. Yeah, even in losing teams. Josh Adokar, he got 84 last week. 3 tries.
Yeah.
5 line breaks, 6 tackle busts, 198 metres. So
It was his 4th straight game as well with multiple tries.
yeah.
So another game and he equals the record.
Who's got the record?
Rah.
There you go. Marty DePau, he's in some red hot form at the moment. He got 80 last week.
That's a trap.
Trap.
He does it every year.
290 running metres. 7 tackle busts, 3 offloads. A bit light on the offloads last week. To go with his 26 tackles. Number 4, a new addition to the Apples, Ryan James. I'm pretty happy with some of the advice I gave out last week, because some of these guys, and the next 2 in particular, I said to possibly buy. There's some value there, and someone at work actually took my advice and got Ryan James last week. So
I don't. Yeah, okay.
that's pretty much the only win I had. I'll take that. Mind you, if he doesn't keep performing, I'll be the first to hear about it. So
his score was sort of helped by the fact that Arrow and Wallace both didn't complete the game.
True. Let's say that. 73, got a try. 50 tackles though, which is massive. 3 tackle busts, 2 offloads, 100 metres. And Adam Reynolds was the other one who said some value, and if he keeps, if you think he can keep up scoring well, you should bring him in. And he got 72. So 2 try assists, a couple of line break assists. Got massive, like 538 kick metres.
It's a lot.
6 goals and 21 tackles. So well done. Lachlan Fitzgibbon, he got another 70, he got 71 with the try. Line break, 37 tackles, 4 tackle busts. Damien Cook, again, is always up there. Number 7 on the list. He got 70 in 70 minutes.
It's a bit disappointing for him, isn't it? A bit low.
It's a bit low. He got, well, I think, because you know how McGregor's resting McInnes.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty confident he's going to play Origin. I think Seabolt did the same thing for Cook. It's like, Cook's
I think they'll both get in, to be honest.
With much, but
we're going to do an Origin team next week.
Yeah, we can do an Origin team next week.
Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. Number 8, Kevin Proctor. He's in there for the second time. 69. He got a try as well. 31 tackles, 6 tackle busts. Ewan Aiken was pretty much the only centre that did well last week, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't have him, so it's a bit frustrating. He got 68. He got a couple of tries, 6 tackle busts. Did really well. And rounding out the 10, Taumololo. His 4th game straight over 60.
Yeah.
66. A couple of line breaks, 7 tackle busts, 233 metres, 26 tackles. Well done.
And we were both wrong about him last week. I said he'd score less than 50. You said he'd score more than 80.
Yes.
So right down the middle.
Well done. Pretty happy with that though.
Yeah.
Okay. Spuds. The bottom 10 performers of the week. Dirty Spuds. Number 1 on the list. Yet again, another Manly player. And yet again, it's not Uarte though. I do want to give a shout out to Uarte, who actually went okay.
Did he?
Yeah, he got 2 tries, didn't he? Got 60 odd.
Good on him.
Good on him. Exactly. I think because there's some contract talks for him
Cash cow.
with other clubs. I think Penrith might.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
Penrith looking at him.
So maybe he's having a crack now. But his old mate Matthew Wright is certainly not having a crack anything but 2. He got 2 from 80 minutes.
Nice.
3 missed tackles, 2 errors. Anyway, so he's like I said last week, him and Uarte, the top 2 clearly dirty spuds this year. Christian Crichton, number 2, he got 3 in 80 minutes.
He's been a bit of a letdown for people who got him as a cash cow.
Yeah, so
he's still under 300, I think.
Yeah, 4 missed tackles on penalty. Number 3 on the list, he only played 7 minutes, but I just want to put him in there anyway. Payne Haas,
Yeah.
And I will refrain from all avocado jokes. Payne Haas, he got 5 and got completely knocked out by Clemmer. That's good.
Yeah, if you got Haas in, serves you right, because why?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good guy. I hope he does well, but
He's back this week. After reports he wasn't going to be. We'll look at that later.
he's named.
Brett Morris, number 4, 7. Number 5, Nick Arima, only played 33 minutes, but put him on the list anyway, got 9. Scott Sorensen, another injury, but I put him on the list because he's in 13% of teams.
Oh, he got like 7 minutes, so 10 points in 7 minutes is pretty good.
12 minutes. You got different stats again.
Well, he came on. No, he got 12 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He was going well. I'm not saying he wasn't, but then he broke his hand, so he's gone. And, well, because a lot of people might have played him too. And
Nah, you shouldn't have.
you shouldn't have. Anyway.
Just on the bench.
Don, number 7, got 11. He's been in the Dirty Spuds a few times. Frankie Winterstein, only just played over 30 minutes. He got 12. Elliot, again, second week in a row. Oh, for him and Don.
Brendan Elliott or Adam Elliott?
Brendan.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, from the Titans.
Because they could both hit in there pretty easily.
Yeah, good point. Sorry. He got 13, 4 missed tackles, 2 errors, 1 penalty. And then number 10, there was a few people on 15. This guy was first on the list. And I didn't want to mention him, but he was first on the list. So, Gutho.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Gutherson.
4 missed tackles, 1 missed tackles, 1 penalty.
Yeah, he's not really scoring at all.
No.
Like, good player. He's helping out Parramatta's play, but fantasy-wise, you can't touch him.
Well, he's started winning since he's come back, so, but I don't know. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the Apples and Spuds for round 9.
Cool. No real surprises there.
Yeah.
Could have stuck a few Roosters plays in there.
They were
Poor.
disappointing.
Still won, though.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Okay.
Cool. I think we'll move on.
Yeah, move on. So we go through the team list now.
Yeah.
Ins
and outs and
stuff.
stuff.
Poorly done.
Ins and outs and stuff.
This time, like I said, this time of year for head-to-head guys, it's like so.
Yeah.
So I've broken it down into keepers, buys, cash outs, guys you got to get rid of, and just to put a watch list in there, just
Cool.
I'm thinking maybe we can rename, because we don't want to do buy, sell, hold. Let's maybe come up with something else like
Keep, don't keep,
no, like flog off.
get in.
Sell is a flog off or something like that, or that might be a work in progress.
I need to think about it. I need to workshop it.
We'll come up with something. All right. Anyway, let's get on to the first game of the round.
Cool. I think Tigers and Cowboys are our first, aren't
They certainly are. They're the Thursday night clash.
they?
Back at Leichhardt.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so Tigers have Packer back in, Jacob Little's in on the bench, and Grant drops out, and Godinay drops out.
Godinay get an injury or just get dropped?
I think it
he
dropped.
got dropped.
I think they're just trying to figure out what to do with.
Well, he's not even in the extended, so maybe there is something we don't know about.
This is really annoying me with coaches not playing hookers at hooker though. Just really gets me.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about Elijah Taylor a bit later.
Okay, so
So I put down the keepers for the Tigers as maybe Masters.
yeah. If you got him as a keeper, he's like third best centre.
Yeah. And particularly for the overall guys, he plays around 13. So which is probably why you may have brought him in recently. But he was disappointing last week. A lot of their back line was all sort of 20s. That's all I got for keepers there.
Yeah.
That's anyone else. Buys.
You could probably get on for Newell, I suppose.
Yeah, he's 294k now, break even -2. He scored a try last week and he's 39. But it's still getting some tackle busts and offloads. He did get 10 demerit points last week too, so in in all errors. So he's going to clean that up. Much like Tommy Turbo, which we'll talk about later. Yeah, you could buy him. He's a winger though, so I think he might hold his spot though. I think he's.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the thing. Is he going to
Because
hold his spot?
Lola, he is due.
Yeah.
He's playing again.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to
Looks like we're turning
if their results go the wrong way.
Below, so.
Yeah, but then I think Corey Thompson's above still. So if Lola here comes in, Thompson has to find a wing. Whether Nofo goes again or.
Yeah, I put Finoa above Nofo.
Yeah, he's been playing good the last couple of weeks, so that probably keeps him.
Nofo's Symbian last week didn't help him. Anyway.
But yeah, he's obviously going to have some long-term risk.
I think he'll max out around 400k, average sort of 30ish. That's for Finoa. That's about it I've got for a buy.
Yeah.
Eisenhuth's going okay at lock, but
they keep moving him around between lock and prop and that.
Yeah. Sells Corey Thompson.
Yeah, I think it's due. He's time to go.
His break even's up to 48 now.
Yeah, he's been good, but the last couple of weeks he has barely got to 30.
He needs some tries.
Yeah, he does.
And the Tigers aren't. I think they're putting some tries on, but so he got 18 last week. Not much involvement.
Yeah,
he can
few errors.
He can be moved on now. Luke Brooks. You wouldn't have Luke Brooks, would you?
Nah, don't even.
Well, he's made some fast money. He made 200k in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but people didn't buy him to get money. They bought him to get a half. Guarantee you, people who bought him thought, we'll keep him for all year.
He's set to lose all that 200k.
Yeah, he will.
I think. So he got 26 last week. Robbie Rauchow is still in 9% of teams.
Yeah, should have sold him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. He's losing about 20k a week, it looks like. So, but I guess the overall guys might be holding him for 13, around 13. Godinay, he's in 4.62% of teams. He was sort of a cash cow option at the start. But he's started to lose it all.
He's in and out of the team.
He's out of the team now. You may as well just. He's only 282. You may as well just hold him and loophole him.
Yeah, probably.
The watch list. I've put Elijah Taylor on the watch list, on my watch list.
No.
Not on Rayner's. No.
He was good 3 years ago, and then he hasn't got back there.
Well, he's had some injuries. He started the season pretty well with a 54 and 45. He played 70 minutes last week. He only got 37, but he got 6 missed tackles, 1 error, 3 penalties, and 1 sin bin.
Yeah.
So that is 25 demerit points last week.
Something like that.
So he's break even 61, so he's 613k. I think he can get back up to 50s if he plays 65, 70 minutes.
He's
got
role changes all the time. He's in and out of hooker, lock, and injuries, head knocks. I mean, you just can't touch him. Too risky.
That's why he's just on my watch list. I'm just interested. That's more watch list for me. Is just interested. So anyway, that's all I got for the Tigers.
Yeah, nothing. I don't care. Cowboys.
Cool.
Cowboys are unchanged. Scott Bolton's named, but I can't see him playing on Thursday night.
Okay.
If he's out, I think Molo will come in on the bench and probably Fenton will start.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Nice to see.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But they have named him, so.
Yeah. Okay. Keeper there. Well, probably pretty obvious Taumololo at the moment.
Yeah. I really want him in my team. I just can't do it. I can't find a spot.
844k. So his break is 51. So he might actually go up a little bit, but not much.
His price usually fluctuates a fair bit.
Well, we needed to fluctuate down.
Yeah. Give him a few weeks.
But he has put 460s in a row, as we mentioned. So.
Yeah, so if you're not on board now, it's going to be hard to buy him. His price is heading up. If he puts another 60 on.
He played 65 minutes last week too, which is nice.
Yeah. They need him to. He's the only one doing anything for the Cowboys.
And these guys play around 13 as well. Cohen Hess is he could be considered a keeper, I think. He's been averaging 53.
Yeah.
His break-even's 56, so he's not an urgent.
He's been scoring all right without tries too, I think.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored as many tries as he did last year.
Yep.
He's still getting his scores up there.
So he's 759k.
Wouldn't buy him.
I'll put him down as a buy especially for the overall guys. That's not a bad.
I just don't. I think he's consistent enough.
Yeah,
because he does put on the occasional 30.
Yeah, true. Any buys in this team? I've got a couple of not buys that may look like buys.
Yeah. Nah.
Gavin Cooper might be looking tempting. 541 with a break even 15, coming off a 64 and a 53. He scored tries in 4 games and got 48 to 64 in those games. And he hasn't scored tries in 5 games and he got 16 to 34 in those games. So
yeah,
if he gets tries, he's going right. But short-term cash, but not enough. And don't Ben Hampton.
That's so sad with Ben Hampton too, because he's playing awesome centre scores wise.
Yeah, can't get him there
in the centres.
Yeah.
And when the next change to positions happens in round 12, he won't be made a centre because he's already dual position. So he's stuffed.
Something at fantasy to look at.
Half and hooker, and he's
yeah.
To be honest though, he's barely a first grader.
He's averaging 38.
How?
So he's actually just behind the top centres.
Says a lot about the Cowboys that he's scoring so well.
It is in a team that
means no one else is doing anything.
Yeah. So anyway, sells. Yeah.
Did you even have any of them? I don't think too many people have too many.
Winterstein's in 7.2% of teams, which is surprising.
Yeah, they're probably not even playing anymore.
302k. Yeah, well, I don't know. There's no point in selling him.
Well, there is, because he's not going to do anything.
No.
Might as well get someone in who will.
But like we said, I don't think any of our viewers be owning him.
Nah.
Scott Bolton might be a sell. I don't know.
Who knows?
Watch. I've got a watch on here. Lachlan Coote. 413k, break even 14. Hasn't been great. We got 352 kick meters last week. So I don't know if he's changing. If the Cowboys looked okay last week.
He does a lot of the left side kicking.
So,
but
just on the watch list, if you can average up to sort of 35 to 40, you could put on another 100, 150k.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see him as a keeper though.
Nah,
so
just on my watch list.
And I don't know that he won't make money quick enough.
I'm just trying to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just trying to steer people away in case if you talk him in too hard. I'm just telling you why not.
Maybe I should keep the watch list to myself.
You can do the pros and I'll do the cons.
Okay, that sounds good. Alright, who are you going? I don't even know who I want to. I don't know.
Not Tigers for sure. I think the Scott Bolton stuff might be a bit of a distraction. And
Jonathan Thurston's never won at Leichhardt either. I was reading
that. So. He's probably hardly played there though, to be honest. They only play there a couple of times a year
now. Yeah, anyway. On the back of that, I'll go the Tigers.
Cool.
Who's your golden player?
Oh, that's the Taumololo, for sure.
Taumololo?
Yeah, he'll put up another 70. I'm just saying that, so hopefully he gets 20.
I'm going Cohen Hess.
Cohen Hess. Yep. So you're expecting some tries, or?
Yeah, why not? Why not the Tigers?
Lose.
I'm changing my tip. Now the Cowboys. Come on, Thurston. Last game at Leichhardt. Change that stat.
Cool.
All right, cool. Let's move on to Friday, the early game at McDonald Jones.
Yeah, the Knights and Panthers. Knights have got quite a lot of changes. Brock Lamb's in, Josh King's in, Yates and Danny Levi are on the bench. So Cogger drops out, Lilliman drops out, Bureau drops out, and Saifidi drops out. Guerra shifts to lock and Barnett's to the edge.
Guerra played lock a bit last week?
Yeah, for like part of the game.
Yeah, because he didn't play that many minutes.
Yeah, like 20 minutes at lock.
Obviously, keeper is Ponga, without doubt. Fitzgibbon's just under keeper, I think. He's averaging 49, but he's going okay at the moment. 739, break even 48. So
he's close, but he's like not.
No, there's a few options at second row. Guerra is close as well. He's averaging 48.9. But
at lock he might do better, but it's going to depend on minutes. And
that's what I reckon.
How many tackles he misses.
He only played 45 minutes last week,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm worried about at lock. Whereas on the edge, he was getting at least 70 minutes. So
Yeah, it's weird because he was on the bench for a while and they weren't playing well.
yeah,
So
he's captain this week. Is he? Oh, he's captain last week too, wasn't he?
yeah,
Yeah. So keep him on the field. He's break even 65, so he could drop a little bit.
yeah. Just I don't know. You can be confident in him.
Buy? Any buys in the team? What about what do you thought about Connor Watson? He got another okay score last week, 41.
Nah, I just
421k, break even 17. He could get up to 600k.
yeah, but he's not scoring heaps.
Not heaps, but he only needs to score 40.
Yeah, but to get up to 600k, it's going to take him 8 to 10 weeks. If he doesn't score a lot,
If he doesn't score a lot.
he scores as slowly as he is. It'd be like a Lachlan Croker where
his last 2 games
it took
back,
ages to go up like $10,000.
Yeah, well, that's if you go off his average, but he's...
I don't see it. I don't like the Knights at all. Without Pearce, their attack is all going through Ponga, and
Yeah, Watson's chipped in last week as well. He's got 2 good scores coming back from injury.
yeah, but he really needs the attacking stats to get his scores up.
He's not a buy, but he's on my watch list.
Yeah, but what do you watch him for? To become a keeper or to become a cash cow?
Just for interest
On value.
sakes. Just to say, I mentioned him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I thought he'd do well, and he scored well one week. I don't like it. I just don't think you get enough value in him.
Okay. Sells.
Uh,
The guy that got dropped, maybe. A lot of people brought him in. Did he make any money?
Cogger?
No, he didn't make much
not
money.
enough.
Yeah, he made 40k or something.
That was a horrible gamble if you went with it. He
Probably
made less than Sorensen did.
Probably holding loophole. Maybe you come back.
I don't see it.
I don't think he'll come
He
back
doesn't.
either.
Not. I think the idea was to him to play alongside Pearce because he doesn't kick as much, and you could see it on the weekend. His kicks was like me, mate. It was like 20 meters short of where they should be.
Did you hear that, Nathan Brown?
Yeah. Oh, I'm a
Give this bloke
kicker.
crack.
I can't run for shit. Can't tackle, but can't kick either. Just like Connor Watson. Nah.
I've got the Guerra Barnett situation on my watch list. Barnett playing 80 minutes on the edge. He's 488k, break even 21. Played 80 last week.
That's a big assumption, though. I don't see him playing 80 minutes on the edge.
No, neither do I.
I
That's
think
why I just want to watch.
He'll come off, and then Guerra will switch to the edge, and then like Yates will come into the middle. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when they start switching players around like that,
Yeah,
you've got to assume that it's not permanent.
yeah. Anyway, just watch it because I mentioned it.
Yeah, there's no guarantees about it. Yep. Cool.
And Herman Esiesi, he's been going okay lately.
He's been going really well lately.
Yeah.
It's only Ford doing anything.
645k, averaging 45.
Yeah.
He's on the verge of keeper territory. Not well, he's below.
Yeah. I mean, if you got him, obviously good on you.
Yeah.
He's a nice mid-range guy to have for a while, but
Yeah.
I don't see him pushing up to the... He's only front rower, isn't he?
He's only front row. He plays 50 to 55 minutes. I think he's going to stay around 45 average.
Yeah, it's well short of keeper numbers.
Kill.
Nice.
Panthers.
Panthers. Merrin's in because he was technically out last week.
Yeah. They just got
Jerome Luai on the bench. So Leota drops out and Hetherington's out as well.
Leota's injured, I think.
Yeah, Leota's out for 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
Merrin just needs a band-aid now after it was just a compound, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was
dislocation. Yeah.
yeah.
It was, but yeah, it was.
Is it compound dislocation? Is that a word? I think so. Anyway, just break the skin.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Well, yeah.
Tape it up.
What it is. That's what it means with compound breaking skin.
Cool.
Yeah, so as long as the wound is fine, he should be right to play.
Yeah.
Like he said, he rated himself 90% on the news.
Doesn't mean anything to fantasy players, though.
I don't know how you can quantify that, but he doesn't look like a doctor to me either. But yeah, so don't panic if you got him. I don't know why you still got him.
No, you haven't got him. Keepers Cleary when he comes back.
Keepers
You wouldn't have him.
no one. Oh, Kikau's getting close to being like a bench keeper.
Like 18th man or
Like in your 17, like
Yeah.
on your in your bench. Like, he's scoring well enough,
He's averaging 49.6.
and he's a handy guy you can chuck in your front row if you need to.
He's ranging not 30.
Yeah, he hits
60,
some low scores too. So
But yeah, he's going all right. You'd be happy to hold him at the moment, or
Yeah.
until the end.
yeah, as long as you can.
Any buys? Did I write? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Tyron Phillips is
Tyron Phillips is a winger. He
pretty
scored
much like Fanua. Yeah.
really well, like Fanua. And his job security is all right because of so many injuries.
Yeah. Well, he's 269, break even, -6. He did get 2 tries last week.
Yeah.
He could get up around 400, 450k. So if you need to cash out,
Yeah.
it's not horrible.
It's just going to depend on how much he can score tries.
Yeah.
Because the tries he scored as well, it was pretty much all off his own back.
Well, they're going to his side. They're not going to Christian
Yeah.
Crichton. So
Individual brilliance got him over the line. So
I don't mind that cash out.
yeah, I mean, I think there's better options, but if you want to take the punt with him to be a bit different from the pack, go for it.
Not many cash outs available. Anyway.
Yeah.
And Sells, we mentioned Merrin if you got him. Maloney, it's just about the
He's
peak.
probably got a week left, and then we Cleary back next week. So he's getting close.
Getting close.
to
Break
your,
even 40. No, sorry, that's somebody else. Break even 42.
Yeah, which is about what I expect he'll score.
Just keep an eye on that.
Yeah, so
And the watch list for me was pretty much the same as the Knights, just CHN and Yo changing again. Hopefully some dual positions will come out of that, and then someone could cement a position. Anyway,
yeah, hold on to Fisher Harris if you got him for a few weeks.
yeah,
He's scoring pretty well.
he's played 80 the last 2, but there's been injuries. So.
Yeah,
And don't watch Watenius Lesniak at fullback.
he's just not.
He ran for 200 metres, so that was promising.
He looks like a winger filling in at fullback,
He does.
just like Val Holmes.
Well, Holmes isn't even a winger.
Ooh, please.
All right. Going to
I'm
Panthers.
going to say something else there.
I've got nothing else there. You want to watch anybody else?
Nah, I don't actually.
I'm going to Panthers.
Yeah, I was going to say that Reynolds kicked 500 plus metres against the Knights last week, so hopefully Maloney gets some big kick metres this week. So, but yeah, go on the Panthers for sure.
In saying that, we're picking the Panthers, and I'm going to go Maloney. As
That's
one
the
goal.
highest scorer. No, I think Ponga's going to have a big score.
Cool.
Off the back of running back all the kicks.
Alrighty, let's move on to
Ponga for mine.
the Friday night game. All the big ANZ derby. Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, Parramatta Eels.
Yeah, Bulldogs have got Clay Priest out, and so Renouf Tumunga comes onto the bench, and Rhyse Martin switched to lock with Josh Jackson back to the edge.
You reckon that might change come game time?
Nope. I think that's to keep Jackson on the field for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it might affect Martin's minutes.
I reckon that might change. Tumunga's the second rower, isn't he? He's not that big.
I don't know.
If Jackson stays on the field, Martin might come off, Jackson to lock, Tumunga to edge, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what they're doing, but
Anyway, I've heard good things about Tumunga, but don't buy him yet. Keepers. RFM's pretty close. He's averaging 49.9.
yeah, he's right up there.
He's just about peaked. He's right on 700k, 708. Break even 53, so I think he's just about peaked. But you may as well hold him. Oh, he could be moved on, but
Yeah.
may as well hold him.
We scored all right, so it's hard to get rid of guys who are scoring.
Yeah, and you've done well if you got him at the start of the season. Any buys there?
No, I don't like any of them, to be honest. Oh, Rhyse Martin is,
Still
sorry.
gonna say, hold on. There's one bloke
Rhyse-
most of us are going to buy this week.
Rhyse Martin, yeah, well, I already locked that one in.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that I'd be look at bringing into your team.
Yeah. 63 last week with a try, but even his base stats were real solid. 38
Yeah.
tackles, 90 run meters. So.
Yeah, I think he's going to be, well, I was going to say a 40 average sort of player playing on the edge, Playing in the middle, it's going to depend on minutes
Yeah.
and what his role is.
We'd rather him play on the edge.
If he gets 50 minutes in the middle, he should score about the same because he'll get more tackles that way. And
maybe.
yeah,
But his break even's
negative
so
something.
that's pretty low. Get him this week.
Yeah,
May as well.
good
And
cash out.
Good cash out. Yeah, exactly. Sells.
Marshall King's getting close, but I don't think he's a sell just yet.
Flog off. I should say flog off.
Playing at hooker, I think last week was really rubbish score.
Yeah,
For the amount of points that hookers generally do get.
29 in 64 minutes. 32 tackles, but he had no running game last week.
Yeah, that's the problem. It'd be fine if he got the tackles and just tacked on a bit extra. But
So we reckon he'll probably play 65 minutes again, and then
I don't see him running a lot. A lot of his instruction before the game last week was to pass
he's in the dressing
straight
sheds.
from the pass from the ruck was how they call it. So instead of getting up and running some meters and then passing it.
Well, that's disappointing because that's
It's
what
to
Leisha
get it
could have
to
done.
their-
But anyway.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. They're just not happy with Leisha at the moment.
That's what I mean. Like that can't be the instruction to JMK.
I
Otherwise.
think what happened was they wanted to bring in Frawley and
Yeah.
they didn't want to drop Marshall King.
Well, I think they look better with Frawley there.
More balanced.
Yeah, and I actually didn't mind Josh Jackson at lock.
Yeah.
So
And Frawley's presence might cut back on how much Mbai kicks it as well. So if
well,
you've got
I was
Mbai,
actually looking at that because the games they played together, because obviously Mbai didn't get as many kick meters last week. I think he got 40 odd. So,
yeah.
but in the other games, it was a mixed bag. They played together 3 or 4 times, and it was mixed. There was a couple of games where he did get the kick meter still, but a couple he didn't. So, it's hard to say if that does. But Mbai's not a sell.
No, he's pretty good
He's
as
been-
far as fullbacks go.
He's been down a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but
Yeah, it just comes down to his performance and whether he gets sin binned. It's hurt his scores.
yeah. So his average was around 45. It's down now at 41. But anyway, I'd hold him.
Yeah, hang on to him.
That's all I got. I haven't got any watches other than just what's going on with JMK and when to sell him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're all pretty bad. I don't know how Montoya is still in first grade, just to be honest. Anyway,
Yeah, Holland can play out there, you know. But, anyway,
Yeah.
but he's
Doesn't add
a
any.
good backup hooker apparently.
that's so frustrating.
Yeah,
Anyway, Eels. We'll move on to Eels.
that's
Bo Scott's in on the bench. Same with Vave. So Kaiser Pritchard's out and Tim Manners out. So Will Smith starts at hooker.
yeah.
Another non-hooker playing hooker. Love it.
What's going on? Seriously. So we reckon probably Kenny Edwards will fill in at hooker. Surely Will Smith won't play 80 at hooker. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it depends on how they're going, but
Any keepers in this team? Other than Brown, if he ever comes back.
I have to actually read through the list. No, I don't ever look at the Eels.
Corey Norman's got some good form lately. 77, 66 and 51 last week. But he's averaging 44, 679k.
He does it all the
I
time,
think the
though.
Parramatta.
He's
they
up
just-
and down.
Yeah, but if they keep winning, he'll not a horrible option. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
While we're hitting that, page up. Let's just go down. Alvaro's pretty close. He's been averaging 49, so he's just under keeper level.
Yeah.
46 last week, so he's still punching out good numbers consistently.
He's a solid mid-ranger, but, I mean, you wouldn't bring him in, and if you don't have him, if you got him, you'd obviously hang on to him for a while.
Yep. Any buys in this team?
No.
I've got a not buy.
Which Moses?
No,
All of them.
David Gower.
Yeah.
65 last week, break even 2, so it looks good.
He scored a try.
Yeah, I think so. He could get up around 600k. He's at 428 now, but he needs to. He played 47 minutes last week. I think he needs to keep getting 45 minutes off
And
the
scoring
bench.
tries with
He's off the
tackle
bench,
busts.
so
Yeah.
I mean Matangi doesn't play big minutes, but they got 4 forwards on the bench pretty much.
Do we know when Brown's coming back? A couple of weeks, right?
It was around 12, yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah,
if you believe that report.
Yeah, but so you can't really buy any of them anyway, because once he's fit, he'll come straight into the team.
Yep. Sell.
Any of them if you got them. George Jennings, he's close to a sell, isn't he? If you...
I
haven't paid attention to
I think
him,
he's been
so-
going all right lately. I was going to make note of it if I wasn't doing keepers buy sell.
I think he's one of those slow earners.
He's
So he's still probably making a bit, but...
got a high 30s or a 40 last week,
Yeah.
and he's got a couple of okay weeks in it. He's up. He's going okay. I think he's going okay.
I just don't like any of
Memory.
the Parramatta players.
Gutho, probably.
Yeah, if you have him,
Yeah.
sell him, yeah.
That's it. Oh, I've got someone on the watch list. Tepai Moroa.
No.
He got 51 last week on the edge. He hasn't, because he's had injuries and stuff.
He's
or
done a
whatever.
few head knocks.
So, and they were base stats too, those 50 points. So, that was his first 80-minute game. So, he's 492k, break even 43. So, if he stays fit on the edge, I think he'll average around 45.
Yeah, big ifs.
But anyway, on my watch list, just for fun.
Yep, nice.
You reckon the Dogs can get a win this week?
I do not.
Move on.
No, I can't tip the Dogs. I just don't like the way they play. And with all the refs' conspiracy against them, according to Dean Pay, I think there's no chance.
Yeah, that's not a conspiracy against
I
them.
just can't see where their points come from, ever.
No. All right.
It's similar with the Eels, but they got Gutho, so...
Ongoing Corey Norman, top scorer for the Eels.
I think the top scorer in this will barely get to 50. So you could basically pick anyone.
Who
But
are
I
you
think-
going to pick?
Daniel Alvaro.
Good choice.
Top scorer is going to be all base stats.
45 points.
It's going to be a miserable game.
Nah, Norman will get a 70, 60. All right, let's move on over to Mount Smart on the Saturday early game.
Yeah,
Big day
Warriors,
Saturday.
Warriors have old Sean Johnson out again. So Mason Lino's back in, halfback. And Mattering's back into the starting team with Papali'i dropping to the bench.
And Isaac Luke's been named.
Yeah,
for
Isaac
all
Luke
those-
is the Wolverine
for
and
those-
cannot
yeah.
get injured.
Nah, that's a good call, mate. Good one. For all those people hopeful of Carl Lawton getting a start, I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
Um,
even if it does.
was
you
it
don't-
dislocated shoulder? Did you just pop it back in?
Yeah, I think it was partially maybe
Good
dislocated.
to go.
He seemed like he'd done it before, the way he popped it back in tried to pop it back in on the field.
It's the normal thing, eh?
Seemed like he was used to it.
So because Carl Lawton was dual position centre, would have been handy, but I think he needed to play 4 weeks. Otherwise, you don't look at him.
Yeah, like it's one of those ones you can't really bring him in because then you'd have to find a way to bring him, like another trade for someone else later on anyway. And I can't guarantee that he'd score anywhere near. He got two
He
tries.
got 2 tries,
Yeah.
in 20
So
minutes.
I think he's a trap for sure.
Yep. Keepers in this team. Obviously, SJ when he's fit. He's missed 3 games this year. 3 games? He's missed 3 games so far. He's
Yeah.
going to miss another one now.
Tohu Harris, what's he like? He's getting close, isn't he? But
Tohu Harris is a very interesting prospect for those who don't have him. So he got 44 last week, obviously coming back from injury. He's averaging 47. And if you take out that injury-affected game of 8, the average is up over 50. His break-even is 70, so that's the good news. He's going to come down. He's 677k. So I reckon he's a buy in a couple of weeks. A really good buy in a week or 2. 2 weeks maybe. When he hopefully comes down to like mid to low 600s, I think that's a really good buy.
yeah,
Anyway, just
yeah.
and RTS is the other one. If he's consistent, that is.
Yeah.
So he's averaging 43 at the moment, and he's had a lot of lows, but a couple of highs
Yeah.
as well. So 575k. He got 62 last week. 10 tackle busts, 163 running meters. He had a bad run of game. Bad
Yeah, he had
4
4
games.
weeks where he barely got to 30.
Yeah,
He got like 135 or 6 or something.
35. Well done, mate.
14.
If you've done your homework, why would you do your homework with him, mate?
Might be putting him in my team.
So yeah, his break even's 29. So this is the week to get him if you can get him. And he goes into my buy list. Easy upgrade from Thompson too.
Having said that, I think the 14 was against the Roosters, and they're playing the Roosters this week. So if you want to panic about, feel bad about your
Why did you
trades.
say that?
And also, Sean Johnson didn't play that game either.
Yeah. Well, that was the talk. Does he get the scores when Johnson's there, or
He does. Like,
helps?
well, there's only been like 3 games where he wasn't there,
Yeah.
or 4 games, and I think 2 were bad and 2 were okay.
Yeah.
One was good. One was over 50.
So
And, yeah, 2 were.
maybe it doesn't affect it that much.
I just don't think there's enough information to be definitive about it.
But we mentioned Thompson before as a move on, and I think RTS is probably the target for a lot of people this week. So any other buys? Not really.
Nah, I don't.
Not Lord. No. Just want to give a shout out. Oh, shout out. I just mentioned Bunty Fowler last week.
Played awesome.
He was like, well, that's the problem. He only played 37 minutes. I think he played 25 to 30 minutes in his first stint, so he didn't get much of a second crack, but he was unbelievable in that first stint last week.
Yeah.
Just running the ball like a man possessed. Anyway, that's all I got to say. He got 48 last week in 37 minutes. So it'd be nice to see him get more minutes.
Yeah, it's not good enough though.
Anyway.
Peter Hickey, I want to get rid of.
I was going to move on to the cells.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad, Hickey. It's just hasn't got a try in a while. He's 444k now. He's losing money. His break-even's 40. He's averaging 32. He hasn't, like I said, he hasn't scored a try since round 3. What are the options? That's the thing.
I just can't. Like, unless you're bringing in a decent centre.
Yeah, well, you need.
I don't see the point.
You need to put 150k onto that. Is it worth it?
And if you're looking at bringing in players, I don't think centres are the people you want to be bringing in now. You want to be bringing in the guys who score as many points so you can maximise them for the whole year. The 50, 60 average forwards, not the 40 average backs. So
Hickey can still turn it around too. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. He hasn't scored a try in a while, and
he looks like a sell, but there's lack of options, and
his defence is hurting him. The way he's flying out the line, like all poor fantasy players do, and giving up missed tackles. So
so you could sell him, but I'm going to hold him.
Hang on to him. Don't panic.
And on the watch list, just RTS and Harris. If you don't get RTS this week, see what he puts up. Papali'i played 2 80-minute games in a row, but now he's back to the bench. So
yeah, he's one of those guys. You just can't be confident about what he's going to get.
That's all I got for the Warriors.
Yeah. Well, Roosters were unchanged by the team they named, but Radley's suspended, so I'm assuming
their best player
Butcher will come in or Nuasala.
Frankie Paul.
But I haven't seen anywhere official about who's coming in, so
I hope it's Frankie Paul.
Yeah, I don't think any of those guys matter. I don't think they're really fantasy relevant too much.
Nah, they were how bad were the Roosters last week?
Roosters sucked like they do every week. I think at some point, I think people are going to have to realise that it's just not them playing bad. It's just how they are now.
Any keepers in this team? What you call them?
Tedesco, Latrell Mitchell.
Say it.
I don't think Jake Friend's a keeper. I'm sorry.
You're a funny bloke, mate.
And Ryan Madison is not a keeper after he put up an average score.
You know what? Out of all the 80 minutes players in their team last week, he's second top scored.
He put on a lot of points late that saved his score from being under 30. It was...
Yeah, but the whole Roosters team was like that.
I understand that, but...
He got 12 demerit points too, so... And he usually doesn't miss tackles, so he could have scored 51. Would have, should have, could have. But I think Cherry Evans and Turbo in particular got around him quite easily, and he was trying to make diving tackles, and he fell off. So that usually doesn't happen. Wouldn't worry about it. Yeah. Second top scored out of 80-minute players last.
Yeah, so I can't see Tuivasa-Sheck running past him at all. Is that what you're saying? Wouldn't worry about it. Cool.
Latrell 26 last week, and Teddy 23.
Oh, so disgusting.
I hate the Roosters. Any buys in this team? Victor Radley, if he got more minutes.
He's suspended.
Well, not this week, obviously.
No, I wouldn't really look at any of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not
Sells.
to last week. The same thing is like, if you got, besides those keeper guys that we already mentioned, and even, I'm not calling Madison a keeper, but he's not a sell either. But like SST, I don't, like all those guys, if you got them, you probably should have sold them already.
Here's the plan for Madison for me.
No one cares, mate.
Everyone cares.
You're going to hold him for the whole season and then complain because he's not scoring enough.
I'll never complain. Ever. I think Maloney's sell in a week or two, and I'll just move Madison in there and bring in another.
That's the
forward,
only thing that is upside to him is that he's a half. If he was just a second row forward, he'd just be like anyone else for Mariner. Or he'd just be like, hang on to him for a while, but
ZT is a sell if any of my mates that got him. And any on the watch list?
nah.
All those keepers that we mentioned are on their after that week. They're on their way down in prices. So if you haven't got any of them, just wait a week or two, and if you had to pick them up cheaper.
They
They play around 13 too, so it helps for the overall people. You know.
how I would approach Madison if I had him, which I don't, is because I don't see him being a keeper and I don't see his scores staying up there.
Selling this week.
I would go straight to Taumololo with Madison
Cool.
before his price plummets.
No one is
And,
doing that. No one is doing that.
No, people don't like to get off guys who are hot, so it's understandable. I just don't see him as a season-long keeper, that's all.
Also on my watch list is Cordner. I think he's going to fire up leading up to Origin now. Just because there's a lot of second row forwards in the mix for Origin. Obviously, he's the captain, so...
In theory, I think that's a good theory, but having seen the way that they play, especially Keary, he runs too sideways, he gets the ball too wide to begin with, and runs Latrell Mitchell out of space, and occasionally gives the ball to Cordner coming back inside. None of them get the ball enough out on the left because they run him out of space, and Keary's running into the space. Because it works occasionally when they go down the short side. I don't like the way they play at all. And I can't be confident in any of their scores improving until they fix it up.
So I'm a Roosters fan supporter, so
Yeah.
pay attention, Robson.
Sound really miserable about everything.
Nah, but I think you're right about the Roosters, how they're going.
Well, just the amount of times that Keary ran it basically to Mitchell and
very
couldn't pass in the
frustrating,
ball because they were running out of space.
Because let's be honest, Latrell Mitchell's like one of their only...
If I was
attacking
defending,
weapons.
I'd rather tackle Keary than Latrell Mitchell.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but you're not the coach. That's the problem.
Anyway. Did we finish with those?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still tipping the Roosters because I have to.
I'm tipping the Roosters as well without SJ.
Yeah. The
Top scorer.
I have no idea.
Teddy.
No, I don't think it's going to be Teddy. Like I said, I think it's going to be Blake Ferguson.
Holy
He'll score 2 tries
Okay,
and get some run meters.
cool. Remember, playing along at home, we want your golden 8 in the comments. And we'll sort out some merchandise for those winners.
You're not going to get any prizes. Not from me, at least.
Oh.
Can't afford it.
Big double header at Suncorp. This is what I was talking about. A massive day on Saturday.
If you like to watch teams get annihilated.
Storm v the Gold Coast Titans.
Yes, Storm are unchanged. Are they? Wow.
Are they? You wrote it down.
No, they're not. I read the wrong team out. That's all right. Curtis Scott's back in. I was going to say that sounded wrong. Olam's out. So Finucane's to lock and Bromwich is on the bench.
K-Brom.
K-Brom, yeah.
Keepers.
There's a few. Cameron Smith.
You know what? Despite he did get a crap score last week.
There's one.
What?
Cameron Smith is the only keeper in that team now. It's weird.
But he got 37 last week. It was actually the third top score.
He got elbowed in the nuts.
He did. He got plum punched. So he did look out of sorts, more like Granny Smith, not Cam Smith. And people have been, he's not King Cam, more like Royal Galar. But I wouldn't worry about him. Just looked out of sorts, probably from the nut punch.
He's still good enough to be in your 17, so he's a keeper.
Possibly Munster. Oh no, possibly not Munster this year. He's been going.
No.
He's been averaging 40, breaking 51. He's a holder. And Josh Adokar, is he a keeper?
No, he's not a keeper. He's obviously in hot form.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys, like in years gone by when Rudd Ryder was around, where they'd put up big numbers when they scored some tries.
Yeah.
And then they have games where they didn't touch the ball and got less than 20. And
Don't see it stopping this game though.
I don't see it. No, he's
Could
gets
get
to
the
play against
record.
the Titans.
They play
but
next week. Cheer on the record. Hang on.
The yeah, but
Sorry.
it just comes down to whether he gets the ball or not. And
You'd probably still prefer Ponga, Teddy, Turbo in your back three combo. And there's arguments for RTS and I think Josh Adokar's in that argument as well.
yeah, I like the way he plays. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. It's just I don't like having wing fullbacks being wingers who
Yeah.
are inconsistent with their scoring.
666k, break even -3, so still got more money to make. The question is just where will it stop? I don't see it stopping this week. Hopefully, hopefully the Melbourne Storm are aware of all these records and try and get him the ball, try and get him over the line.
Yeah.
Anyway, any buys this week?
From
No,
the Storm, nah.
too late on Welch. He made 200k already. Well done if you got him early.
Yeah, well, they've had a lot of injuries, so he's had to shoulder a lot of the load.
He sells. Nah.
Nah.
Any watches? I got Finucane on the watch list. I just wonder if he can get back to like a 45 average of yesteryear.
Yeah, I just don't see it with Bromwich around and that. The way they like Kenny Bromwich coming on for him and stuff.
Yep.
Curtis Scott's been disappointing at centre compared to last year as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening there.
I think they're halves of what's happening there.
Yeah, true. It's same with a lot of teams.
Yep. Okay, that's all I've got for them.
Yeah, no one really cares. Titans have got stacks of changes. Copley's in, Branko Lee's in, Will Matthews is back in. It's hard to keep track of that guy. He's always in and out so much. And
yeah, like just before game time
AJ
as well.
Brimson is in the halves. So Arrow's out, injured for probably a week. We don't know. Harrell's out. Brendan Elliott's out. Simpkins drops out. Cartwright's dropped to the bench. Wallace is playing lock, and Ryan James is back in the front row. Merry-go-round there.
Yeah, they had some injuries last week, and they're not playing well, so they've got to change.
Well, yeah, the centres have basically been dropped for form.
Yeah.
Which is...
Although it's hard to say that's the problem, but they've also dropped...
But they're not injured.
They've also dropped their 5/8.
Yeah, what was technically 5/8. That's being generous for Cartwright. They're calling him a 5/8.
I absolutely loved McInnes tearing into him and saying he's taking the piss up at the Gold Coast.
Well, he's not wrong. Like
he's absolutely spot on, and I think it was fantastic for saying it that way as well.
And it's not Cartwright's fault because there's... No, I'll tell you why.
You tell me why.
Tell
us all why.
All these coaches are just enablers. They're telling him he's a ball player, telling him like to help out with his flick passes. What they should do is just put the blinkers on him and say, when you get the ball, you run straight up the field.
Yep.
Like no sideline to sideline. You keep it
just do your job.
Straight at the sticks.
Yep.
And if there's a big guy that's going to tackle you, you just get tackled, mate. Like.
Yeah, he's like...
He needs to run like Martin Lang.
He's scared.
Just dead straight.
He's scared. He's a first grader and scared to get tackled.
I don't know that he's scared. I don't think
I don't know.
He doesn't know how he's supposed to play.
Well,
the coaches enabling him obviously by telling him you're a 5/8 and putting him in 5/8. Like
I like the way you're thinking there. That is a good idea. Put the blinkers on him. Literally? Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I would actually put blinkers on him so he can't see out. He has to turn his whole head sideways.
Okay, so keepers for the Titans.
Arrow, even though he's not playing.
He's not playing. So he's been cleared of anything structural though. So looks good for a return.
Yeah,
Possibly next week, they reckon.
Yeah, there was talk of him trying to get in for this week, but he's no chance, so he's not named.
So obviously they need to let the ribs, a bit of bruising there, I imagine, and the back spasms. I've been told he's just gonna have to manage. There's no real treatment, so
yeah,
they could just come and go. It's a bit because there's no structural damage. It's a bit frustrating, and you don't really know if they're going to come on or not.
Yeah.
So. He's a hold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people are talking of panic trading him out to another big keeper like Taumololo. And, I mean, while that might seem like a good idea, I'm pretty sure there's other trades you could be making.
You're still going to, he's obviously going to come back.
And if he comes back in and plays 80 and starts scoring well, you won't have the cash around to just bring him straight in.
I'm not sure I don't think he'll play 80, but he may come back and lose a little bit, but I still think he'll be one of the guys you need.
I think the way that the Titans are playing, he'll play 80 because they'll need him because their team is hopeless.
Yeah. And the other borderline keeper for mine is Ryan James. But I think these injuries will be helping him, so with his minutes.
The problem with James is because he's switching between prop and the edge, and it's hard to really get a read on when he scores a good if it's going to stay that way.
So he's still averaging 47. He's 691k. Break even 32.
He's handy.
Any buys in this team? Any buys possibly next week if something?
I would definitely be looking at Brimson this week to see how he goes, and then if he is good, then getting on him. The way I approach Brimson is similar to Cogger, whereas if you took a week to see him play, you weren't filled with total excitement to go and buy him.
Yeah.
Whereas if you buy him, then you've got him and you're stuck with whatever happens. So if you get on Brimson this week, I mean, there's every chance that Cartwright or LG or someone else goes in at 5'8".
I think he's going to end up being exactly like Cogger, unfortunately, because Ash Taylor's clearly going to be the dominant half.
Ash Taylor is out of form too, though. That's what's hurting their team.
He's out of form. He's still posting okay.
He's
scores, but
played so bad on the weekend.
Yeah,
his kicking was hopeless to start the game.
I think we're really hopeful Brimson's going to do really well, but don't be surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones where you just watch and see, and I don't know that you could ever be confident of him holding down a spot for the year unless he does come on and dominate.
Yeah. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Any sells?
Mitch Rain's getting close,
yeah,
but I don't think he's a sell. Pizza's in the
Pizza's
21.
Yep.
If he's a late in, I don't see it, but I'd start to panic.
Well, he's break even. Oh, actually, I didn't realize break even, but he's still a hold this week, obviously.
Yeah, he's a hold this week.
And then wait and see for next week.
You could probably even, if you hold him a week too long for when Pete's comes back, because there's every chance that he gets decent minutes.
Yeah.
Even with Pete's around.
Oh, that's what I'll be doing.
But it all depends on your team. You're going to have to move him on at some point, just whenever it's right for your team.
He's made a stack of cash, so which is good. That's all I got for the Titans.
Yeah, I don't really have much else. Wallace at lock, I don't see changing anything. His minutes probably be up, because he didn't even finish the game last week. And but again, he's not anywhere close to being.
Oh, Cartwright, is he a sell?
Do people still have him?
Yeah.
Why? Just sell Cartwright just whenever you can.
Yeah, people still got him. I think he's in like 9% of teams or something. Anyway, we're taking the Storm by.
Rhyse Martin will make more in 1 week than Cartwright has made this season to date.
Well, Cartwright is back at his starting price, $3.25. The Storm by 50 again.
The Storm are going to smash them.
Top scorer?
Top scorer is going to be someone who gets a lot of tries with the Storm. I think it's going to be straight up the middle, though. I think it'll be Billy Slater.
Go up the middle. Billy Slater.
Yeah. I think there's going to be so many holes in their defence, it won't even need to get out to Adokar.
Yeah. I'm going to go Adokar anyway, just because I think the Storm will be chasing that record. Give him the ball. All right. Let's move on.
Yep,
To
definitely.
the second game of the double header. Manly same game?
Yeah.
Up at Suncorp.
Yeah,
Against
that's
the Broncos.
bizarre.
That's good.
Manly are unchanged.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Lots of
nothing to
keepers
say.
in this team. Gerbo, DCE, Turbo, Tapia. Move on.
Yeah. I have big doubts about Tapau though. He's scoring well, but he does it every year.
You do, yeah.
And he gets on him. Like, I got on him last year, I think, the same time.
Yeah.
And he started putting out crap scores.
It's going to fluctuate, but I
He
still
also
think
hasn't been suspended in a while.
I still
like I
think
said
he'll be
last week.
in the top. He'll be in the top 4 front row forwards. No.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Say top 4.
Any buys?
Um,
Gerbo, DCE, Turbo.
yeah, well, they're keepers. If you can buy a keeper, you buy a
They're
keeper.
on their way down though, I think. So,
Um,
except for Gerbo. Buy in a week or two. Get them in a week or two if you haven't got them.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any that I'd really get on.
Not Iwate. Well done
Nah.
to Iwate last week.
Not Sully either.
No. And sells?
Everyone else.
No. Don't sell Appy.
What?
That would make me sad. He's break even 70. He's obviously had some ordinary games. I think he got 40 last week or something. But
Doesn't matter. He's missing way too many tackles. He's not a keeper.
he's missed 23 tackles in the last 3 games.
He's not a keeper, and his price is heading down.
If you add 4
sell.
errors, don't sell. Hold him. He's had 4 errors and 3 penalties. He's lost 60 points in the last 3 games. That's 20 points a game.
Okay, if you've got Appy in your halves,
Yeah.
you could probably hold him for a bit. If he's
Oh, if it's on your bench, I reckon hold him as well.
if you've got him as a hooker,
If he's your
Like,
number 1 hooker,
if
you've got
he's
problems.
not one of your 2 halves, sell him.
I reckon
Put that money to good use on someone who's actually going to improve.
I wouldn't put him in the halves. I'd put him on the bench and just hold. Anyway. He's going to lose money now, but
Yeah, exactly right. That's what he's telling me.
no, that's why you hold him. He'll come back. He'll come
He's
back.
not a
He'll
keeper.
come back. He's not. Well, yeah, let's wait and see. Hold him, and we'll wait and see. Anyone on the watch list?
No,
Dylan Walker on the
No.
watch list.
no, he's not.
405k in the centres. Got 36 last week.
Yeah, but
5 tackle bus. It's just on the watch list, man.
yeah,
Just relax.
they actually had a lot of the ball against
They had, yeah.
the Roosters, and because the Roosters kept dropping it and making errors and penalties and stuff, and they still
Man, that was a bad game.
didn't put up any decent scores. So no, I wouldn't bother with Walker.
Oh, he's on my watch list. I'm going to watch him. And that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, cool.
Bronx.
Broncos, Nicarima switches to the halves, Birds to the centre, and Opportunity back to the bench. It's the same 17 players as last week.
There's a few switcheroos because Jack the
Is shit.
Obviously Mac is a keeper.
Yeah, McCulloch's the only one, isn't he? Or,
I'm really
yeah, he's
there's a borderline maybe.
James
No.
Roberts hasn't touched a ball in fucking 8 weeks.
Mac is 771k. Get excited about Macca. I've been excited about him all year. 771k. His break even 78. Couple of weeks he is a buy.
He's like the 4th best hooker though. So you got to have a whole bench full of hookers.
He's averaging 52,
Yeah.
something like that. He plays around 17, so maybe not for the overall guys, but I'll be looking to get him in a couple of weeks if I've got cash. I don't have cash.
He's going to be one of those luxury buys where to bring in a hooker when you've already got probably 2 others.
But these guys, like in the 700s, I'll be looking to get before I get the Taumololos and those guys in the 800s and wait till the end of the year.
I already have 4 hookers in my squad. I can't do it anymore.
To do with more hookers. Any other buys? Or any buys?
Nah.
It's too late for Sewer. It's too late for TPJ. They're going quite well.
Payne Haas is named again with his ankle problem.
So they've got 4
But,
forwards on the bench now that Nick Kareem is back.
No, Opportunity isn't a forward.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. Albert.
No, it's still the same.
Yeah, my bad. No.
It's all good for Pangai Jr. and it's all good for Sewer at the moment with
Yep.
that current bench. They're not big minute sort of guys, and
Although Jaden Sewer didn't get 80 on the edge last week. Corbin Sims went out there for a little bit.
yeah,
Sewer had a spell. Sewer came back on the other edge and then in the middle.
yeah, but
and
that's
then-
because they had the shenanigans of putting on. They wanted to get Nick Harim on the field, and
Yeah.
they obviously didn't want to sub out Bird straight away, so they moved him to the second row,
It got really weird
which
there.
didn't work and won't happen again.
It got really weird there.
So
But anyway,
yeah, I think
Anyway, hopefully Bennett should know better. Sort of shit out.
yeah. It's all good. Still did fine anyway. Even with less minutes, he still got his 40.
Sell, probably too late to sell Lodge. Just
Yeah, a lot. No, get off him. He's not going to improve.
But he,
You're
Yeah.
too late. You should have
late.
sold him already.
well, yeah, you should have sold him already.
Because he's not going to score enough points to hold anyway. Like, if he was scoring 40 plus, I'd say, okay, you can hold him for a bit until his price levels out and comes back, but not with his only getting 30.
I put Payne Haas on the watch list just to see how he returns from getting knocked out last week.
Watch him and laugh at him. Like, not at him, at all the people who brought him in. He's not going to get enough minutes to score anywhere near enough.
He was actually going to come on early last week before half time.
And they changed their mind.
And then it stopped.
Because they went, oh, hang on.
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah.
Not Haas. We wanted off and go on.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't got anything else for that game.
Either way. Like I said, Pangai Jr., if you got him, you're pretty happy. You hold
Yeah.
on to him.
Yeah.
He's starting to put up numbers that people wanted weeks ago.
When's
playing
Maguire
well.
back?
A couple of weeks.
Still a little while.
Yeah, not too long, but like 2 weeks maybe.
Might change then, but I think he's established himself as the best forward in the
You would
team.
think.
So you
Wayne
would hope he
Bennett-
would get similar minutes even in the front row.
No, Wayne Bennett does what Wayne Bennett does.
Cool. Going. Oh god.
Upset alert. I'm going Manly here.
I'm going Broncos at Suncorp.
I think Manly will just have to at some point do something, and they're not expected to do anything anymore.
That's true.
So we didn't mention Osako. Hold him if you got him.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If we don't mention anybody, I just assume he's a hold.
Yeah,
Just assume they're a hold because we haven't talked about them.
but yeah, I'm tipping up Manly to be decent, and
Who's going to get it? Who's going to get the points?
it's going to be a sloppy game, so it's not going to be great points. But Turbo up the middle. I think he's got to try it in this week.
The middle.
Yeah.
It's the Bronx.
Yeah.
McCulloch's in the middle. In that case, I'm going Andrew McCulloch as my goal.
McCulloch will probably have a spell on the bench, and they'll put Overchief on the centre, and they'll move Jack Bird, the halves, and they'll move. Like, it'll be bizarre, and the team will be confused
They
about
will
what
not
to
do that. Surely not.
And
Did you go Turbo?
yeah,
Not-
I think there'll be a crackdown by the NRL because everyone's onto them that the refs are favouring Brisbane, so they'll
Oh, that's a good point actually.
they'll give a lot of penalties the other way just to throw everyone off the scent. So Manly's your winner this week.
Who's reffing that?
Gerbo, who cares?
Alright. Who did you pick? You went Manly.
Yeah, I said it
Turbo.
14 times.
Sorry, I've
With
been
Gerbo.
paying attention. With Gerbo? You said Turbo.
I said Gerbo's going to score a try up the middle.
I'm pretty sure you said Turbo to start with.
You can go back and watch it later.
I said Mac.
Definitely Gerbo.
Alright, let's move on to Sunday. Let's knock these last two games out.
Yeah, South Burgess is back. So Dewey drops off the bench and Murray drops back to the bench, which is bad news for Murray fans and Murray owners.
Well, we mentioned that.
Good news for
Last
anyone
week?
whose name is Burgess.
We mentioned that last week. It
Yeah,
could
that
happen.
could happen, and it did.
Did happen.
Um,
I thought, surely not. I thought
I'm surprised that Clark and Murray are in the team together.
similar kind of
Yeah,
players. So they got 4 forwards on the bench. Murray, but this happened at the start of the year, didn't it? When we thought Murray might be a bit of a.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone dropped off that bench and like another, like Dewey comes back or Heimel
Yeah.
Hunt or something stupid like that.
Yep.
just to have a back. Well, actually, they'll probably use Murray as like a
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. They did
utility.
start towards the start of the year.
Yeah, so that's bad news for Murray.
Yeah, you really,
however you look at it.
You really want him starting. He was getting 50 minutes starting. He's not going to get 50 minutes off the bench, I imagine. So I wrote down keepers. Obviously, Cook, number 1 player in NRL fantasy. Surge is probably a keeper too, if he doesn't get suspended. Averaging 51, 725k. He's been given away 10 points a game in demerits as well. So
Yep.
And then I've got a whole heap of borderlines. Reynolds, Walker, Gagai, Crichton, Murray.
Yeah, they're all. I'd agree with that. They're all not quite keepers. You can't be confident on them scoring the numbers you want as a keeper.
Yeah.
The main ones there, like Adam Reynolds, is probably more handy than most because at the halves there's not a lot to choose from.
Yep.
So because with the injuries to Sean Johnson, Cleary obviously with his injury, Pearce is out.
Yeah.
So besides Cherry Evans, I think he's probably the next best after all those other guys.
Yep.
And Crichton, his numbers, I looked at his numbers during the week and he's had a lot of demerits for the season.
Completely different season this year, eh?
And less, like only 1 try.
Yep.
So if you can somehow switch that around to how he had it last year, then he'll be back in the conversation. But as it stands, I don't think you can bring him in and hope. I think you're going to have to see a change before you bring him in.
His break even 73 anyway. I was actually thinking he might get moved to the bench and Burgess play in the second row, Cam Murray set lock, just to prepare.
During the game.
Oh, no, or to start with as well.
Before the game.
Just to prepare for next year. But looks like
Yeah.
that hasn't happened. So anyway, keep an eye on that. Any buys?
No, I wouldn't buy Campbell Graham. And anyone else there, I just don't see it.
I wrote Surges and Reynolds, but
Sam Burgess is
could get suspended again next
well,
week.
that's the thing. It's like you're gonna have to wait a few weeks and to see how he plays as well. What they do with him and Murray and Clark with their lock position, how his minutes shake out. His minutes will be big. They always are for Burgess, but whether he spends it on the edge or in the middle.
He sells. Leahy, if you haven't already.
Yeah, get rid of him.
He's dropped down to 315 now. So
Ken Murray.
No, I don't know if he's a sell.
I think there's too much.
Yeah, you want to see it locked in, but I'll just wait.
Yeah, you probably hold him and see,
just
but
wait this week.
You prepare yourself for the worst on him.
Yep, that's all I got for them.
Yeah, Cody Walker's been scoring awesome with lots of tries,
Lots of tries,
I don't see him keeping that up.
Did I write? Yeah, I wrote him as a borderline. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
Dragons.
Only 1 change. Robson drops off the bench, and Zach Lomax comes into the 17.
Oh, so they're not going to spell McInnes this week.
Nah.
It's good to see Robson out there last week.
Well, they probably will, but they'll probably use Kurt
Mann.
Mann as a hooker again. Oh man, that guy.
Yeah, good point.
How's Kurt Mann in first grade?
He's not a horrible player. He's just in a team that's
but
really good at the moment.
If you ask Kurt Mann, hey, do you play footy? Where do you play? And he'll be like, bench.
He's just at the wrong club.
He came on at bloody for DeBellin in that game last week. And it was like, no, stop it.
Did Bellin have an injury, or he had some kind of knee cork or something? Or
I
not
don't
too
know,
sure,
there's stuff going on all game.
So anyway, they got a few keepers in their team. Aiken, obviously number 1 centre at the moment. McInnes, JDB, and Hunt. Oh, we meant probably Hunt's the second best.
Oh, I forgot about Hunt because he's
Well, he had an ordinary game last week.
That's probably why I forgot about
28
him.
last week, lowest of the year.
He has that in his game. He's got a lot of low and high scores.
Yeah.
And the problem with Hunt, I see it, is that Dragons are flying right now. So he's not going to get better than he is. This is him at his best.
He's averaging 51, yeah. Yep.
If the Dragons stumble, I don't see him having it though, but if they do, they've been lucky they've had no injuries as well, with everyone else is decimated. Dragons have had pretty much an unchanged, at least 13 for most of the season.
Any buys in that team?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, they all take points off each other, so...
He sells.
Yeah, Dufty, if you got him, get off him.
Should have done it last week.
Yeah.
Yep. which we said
Oh,
last
actually,
week.
you and Aiken, if you really want to buy a centre, he's the only one, but
Oh, yeah.
expensive.
I say sell. Don't sell you and
Yeah.
Is Vaughan a sell? He's lost 150k from
Yeah.
the start of the
Yeah,
year.
he's not a keeper. He's not this year.
Not this year.
He's not putting up the numbers.
Too late to sell Widdop. Oh, I think we talked about him last week.
We shouldn't have had Widdop anyway.
Any watch?
Not really. I don't see any of them really improving or anything like that.
I wrote Sims only because I want to watch him.
No.
He's gonna smash Adam Reynolds this week.
Yeah, I hate Sims.
You hate Sims?
I hate his game. I hate the way he plays because he's always this big hard man. He only ever hits little guys. I've never seen him put a big hit on a big guy
That's his job though.
in my life. I understand that, but if there's a big guy in front of him,
Yeah.
he never even tries.
Doesn't he?
No,
Oh,
he
noticed.
only puts the shots into the backs of the little guys when they're passing the ball.
But that's fine. No, it's not. Ethically fine,
No,
but
it's within the rules.
it's gonna get him. He's in the talk obviously for Origin, so
I just don't see that should put him in the Origin frame
yeah, probably
because
shouldn't, but-
anyone could do that. Wade
He's-
Graham can do that.
But he's doing it the best out of everyone this year. So
Yeah, whatever.
anyway,
Overrated.
just if Adam Reynolds gets an injury this week, don't be surprised. And Frizz and Vaughan could bounce back, especially with Origin.
Nah, get off him.
Get off them.
Cool. Tip and South in that game.
So they played each other not long ago.
Yeah,
and it was really
16-12.
close. Yeah, it was a good game. Another match of the round.
Dragons dominated possession in that game and went out to an early lead, and then were really shit in the second half, and the Bunnies came back late. So it's hard to really gauge because the possession was really lopsided both halves. But I just think South with Burgess back in, and they look like they're heading up.
I agree. I'm going South and going Sam Burgess as the top scorer.
Not Sam Burgess though. Cook, yeah,
Cook.
yeah.
Cook v McInnes too. That'll be a good matchup for the
Yeah.
Origin.
That's why he's playing 80, mate.
They're both playing 80. Yeah, that'll be a good game. Match of the round.
Yep.
Cool. Last game.
Yeah, it'll be hard to watch. Raiders.
This is going to have the... No, anyway, keep going.
Charlie Gubbs in for Paulo, Junior Paulo. And
eye socket injury or something? 8 weeks? Is that him?
no,
That's not him.
it's
Somebody else.
No, Paulo's got a foot injury or something.
Okay.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
or something. And he's out for a while.
Yeah.
And so Boyd starts front row.
Keepers in this team. Don't know about that. There's some borderline. All the back line's borderline, I'd say.
Yeah, they're just
And
all
You know who's averaging the best out of those guys? It's actually
Kotrick.
Kotrick.
Yeah, because he bust tackles, mate.
36.8 his average. Rapana and Croker 35, Leilua 34. So 535 for Kotrick, break even 29. So he's not far off.
I don't think any of them are good long term options though. They only put on like spells of good scores.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. They gotta keep winning games, and I think Kotrick's not that far off Masters.
Well, that's why I always talk about the backs not worrying about them until the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because if you fill that up last, then you only need a guy who's going to score good for 4 weeks. Whereas if you get him now, you need him to score good for 14 weeks.
Yep. Good thinking.
Don't see it.
Any buys?
Nope. Papali's been looking alright as a lock, but I still wouldn't buy him.
He's not getting heaps of minutes.
No.
Not Shannon Boyd. He's despite his top scoring last week, 64 with
No.
a try.
You're going to have the dramas of Ricky Stewart and deciding what he's going to do with his forwards and how he moves them around. And
With Paulo out, he might get an extra few minutes, but he hasn't been getting that many minutes.
yeah, he's
anyway.
been right on the bench a lot.
Yeah.
And he's their most destructive sort of forward.
Yep. The outside backs are on their way up as well. They're all they've all put a few good scores together.
Yeah.
But
It comes with their form, and obviously
Yeah.
they've had their Titans and that lately.
any sells? I haven't got any sells.
No, you shouldn't really have too many of those guys. Havili's the only guy that most people really have.
Yeah.
And he's been solid the last couple of weeks, so hang on to him for a few more weeks.
Continuing stack cash.
Yep.
Sharks.
Sharkies, Paul Gallen's back in. Bakuya's back in. Jack Williams is on the bench for Dylan, and Sorensen's out with a hand injury. Wade Graham's out, and Paulo got benched to make way for Gallen at lock.
Yep. So obviously for Fifita, pretty much the only keeper here.
Yeah.
And he's in some great form. 70 minutes last week, 90 odd points.
Yeah, big minutes, big scores.
Probably
Good to
see
see.
that. I see that continuing. No reason why it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So he plays around 13 too. So for the overall guys,
who cares?
you have him. Any buys?
Just
for Fifita, if you haven't got him.
Yeah, just for Fifita. Yeah, I wouldn't touch anyone else on that team, to be honest. They still don't play good.
Capewell?
Nah, don't like him.
And
his job security's not great anyway. With
Lewis
is back in 2 weeks, maybe.
maybe.
But the way their forwards are now, Gallen usually likes to play big minutes. Fifita likes to play big minutes.
I don't see Gallen playing big minutes.
Paulo can play wherever. I don't know.
He's saying Capewell will get 80 minutes on the edge. He's ahead of all the other second rowers now that Sorensen's. Oh, he's ahead of Sorensen anyway, I think. So, but thing
then
is,
again, you got Wade Graham. Like, he's out for a few weeks with his hamstring. But
who knows with Wade Graham when he's.
There's no security there, and then all it takes is.
So he's 385k. He's available at centre. His break even's 3. In the last couple of games in the back row, 43 and 48, all in base stats too. So if he, I don't know, he could play 4 weeks, and then you got Origin as well with Graham. He plays around 13. Take a punt on him if you got to fill a centre spot.
He's not going to make enough money, and he's not going to. You can't be confident that he's going to score even 50.
No, you don't need him to score 50. You need him to score 40s for the next if he gets 4 weeks.
I just don't see the point of using a trade to bring in a guy like Capewell.
You got to have trades as well.
But you got to want to have him in your team.
Yeah, he's averaging better than all the other centres.
Yeah, but all it takes is a Zarko to have a big game against Manly, and it's been a bad trade. Like the guys you're going to trade out are already going to score 30 points. So you're using a trade for an extra 15 points, and maybe 100 grand over 4 weeks.
Someone to consider.
Don't like it.
Anyway, I'm not getting him, but anyway. Any watch on the watch list? Maybe watch Gallen, see how long it takes till he gets injured again.
Yeah, I don't see any of those guys as being good.
Cool.
I saw a tweet during the footy, how come no one's talking about Chad Townsend for Origin? Just thought I'd mention that because Chad Townsend is shit and shouldn't play Origin.
Tweet has since been deleted.
Yeah, I doubt it has.
That's it. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Raiders.
I'm going Raiders and the top scorer of the round as well. I'm going Quadric.
I'm going Croker with plenty of conversions.
Didn't even mention Fifita.
Not for top score, I don't. Oh, he could be up there, but no, I think Croaks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it for ins and outs and stuff.
Okay, back.
Cool. No Rayner's reads this week.
Nah, I think we mentioned through the teams who you should buy and who should you sell and who's a keeper.
Yeah, if you got any questions, chuck them on comments and YouTube, and I'll get to them, or else Twitter as well.
Yep.
So you can get a direct answer straight away rather than
you answer them. I don't as much.
Just making it up anyway.
All right, so let's just look towards our trades and then let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're doing the same thing. This week, obviously starting to look at bringing in guys that are keepers and cash out some guys who are overdue. So Corey Thompson is going to get dropped for me to bring in RTS.
Yep.
I see him being able to become at least... Yep. Well, he's already the top 5 wing fullbacks. I think he'll stay there and hopefully improve his scores a bit. And the other one, obviously, I'm going to trade out Sorensen because he's broken and bring in Rhyse Martin for the cash.
Yep.
And hopefully a scorer as well.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Thompson to RTS this is the week to get RTS anyway. He's break even 29. And I think I stuffed up my trade last week. I forgot that South played early because I was meant to trade out Kenner.
Yeah.
So I'll trade out Kenner this week and for Rhyse Martin as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are bringing in Rayner Martin. He's just
a good cash out. Start getting cash in the bank to upgrade these Maloney's and Rains that you're gonna.
But he's one of those guys too. Being a forward, like there's every chance he'll score enough to play on your bench as well, rather than just having your 17.
He's not coming in for anyone injured either, so
Yeah.
he should hold his spots somewhere in the team. So
Yeah, they played better with him there last week too. So
yep.
yeah, I got a lot of guys I want to sell, and a lot of guys who I want to bring in that I can't afford, but I just got to wait a few weeks on guys and a few more downgrade, upgrade things. I've got 21 trades left, so after this week it'll be 19.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know.
Well, obviously,
quickly.
Head to head will save like a heap over the bye period.
Yeah, obviously, if you're playing overall, it's going to be different. You're going to have to figure out a way to get around the buys and get points, but I don't even care.
That's why I mentioned some of the round 13 guys in there. You'll be looking to get that set up for round 13.
Yeah.
But hopefully you would have saved more trades than us anyway to start with.
But I'm going to make no trades for buys. I don't even care.
Nah, me either.
Even though I'm in the top 1,000.
Yeah.
If I was within 100 points of the leader, I'd do it. I'd seriously consider it, but because I'm still like 500 points behind, something ridiculous like that.
I was looking at our league, our viewer league. There's a lot of guys in that top 1,000 or around there, and I think our top one is Dempsey. He's up around top 100, something like that. So, and there's quite a lot around 300, 500.
I have no advice for someone that's ahead of me.
Yeah, I don't know why you're watching us, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't help out because
I assume you're watching just because you like to talk about fantasy.
I think this is probably the best I've gone for a while.
Yeah, this is the worst I've gone for a while too. So anyway, that's fantasy. Let's wrap it up because we want to play some Fortnite.
Yeah, go.
And experiment with some green screen stuff. We might try and. So this is one of the other ideas I was thinking about in my time at work last night. I want to experiment with some green screen stuff and maybe bring some of those parks to some of those parks to life, like the Carrington Parks, the Mulder Oval, and those places in the background.
Yeah, Berghofer Stadium, Clive Berghofer Stadium.
Just for something different. You don't want to be looking at this every week. So we're going to play around with that, see what we come up with for next week. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
The lighting's not very good in here.
Cool. How much do you reckon you'll get this week, points wise?
Just depends on me Roosters blokes.
858.
858.
Locking it in.
I've got no idea. We haven't got that many different players. That's what's so frustrating. I'll probably get 8.
Fifita carried my team.
Yeah, we did well last week, yeah.
Anyway.
It's Mother's Day this weekend, so happy Mother's Day, Mum. Look after your mums. Don't pay attention just to footy this weekend. Shout out to your mum.
She doesn't watch. She doesn't know.
She does play fantasy, and she did tell me what she wants for Mother's Day is for Ryan Madison to bounce back next week. So
that's bullshit.
That's all I got.
Cool.
See ya.
Bye.